Hi, this message is from my friend Samuel. Let me go ahead and I'm going to read his message and then respond to it the best I can. Hello Kurt, my name is Samuel and I wrote to you early last year, 2012, about your Man of the House video. It's a video I made talking about, actually that video I made that as a response to someone who was, how do I say it? Stuck at home. You know, a young man stuck at home, and for no good reason that I could think of. It wasn't that he had a disability or some going through or anything at all. It really seemed to be more. It was just about comfort and you know, not and that would have been, I guess, all right if he wasn't the fact that he was also showing signs of basically becoming how do you say it? Like an adult kid. Because if you stay as a kid too long, you get in that habit, and I always say, whatever you do in your early years will likely set the pattern for later. I mean, people do change. They do. I mean, I'm nothing like I was when I was 30, but the pattern, the basic pattern that I have, which is one of what I like to think of, independence and adventure, that stick along the whole time because that's what I set up early on. So I like to see young people, especially young men, because they're the ones I know best. Womanhood, I don't know a lot about womanhood, but so for the most part I'm talking about men. I think they should get out of the house as soon as they can, as soon as they're an adult, get out on their own and become the man of the house, so to speak. You know, not the domineering a tyrant, but you know, able to get things done, able to cinch up his belt and take care of it and take care of his family and protect the family and provide for them and do all that stuff is the best of his ability. We all fail at that sometimes. Heaven knows I'm failing at it now in Japan. In terms of that, that's one of the reasons I need to get back to the States so I can continue to be the man of the house. Anyway, this is I wrote to you about the Man of the House video. I want to apologize for not thanking you. Let's walk. For not thanking you for your response. That's okay. It really gave me courage. I was going through a bout of depression at the time, and didn't realize until late August the way my emotions were affecting me. You may remember I spoke of my father and siblings and such. Well, cancer is bad, but I'm sorry, we got to hold the camera, it's heavy. Cancer is bad, but I am certain chemotherapy and the like are worse. Father passed away quite happily and with peace of mind. I'm glad to hear that. Mother went nuts and quite rapidly found a new husband. I know that experience. Now I truly am the man of the house, in quotation marks, head of the clan and eldest of my little race. You're a good writer. At least that's how I romanticize it. All the ruckus of my mother's marriage utterly severed her side of the family and from my siblings and me, which we never wanted. We now live together in an apartment with ample space for the three of us. So things aren't great, but I still live. I like that. It's a good attitude. The reason it really warms me to hear that. You see, things aren't great, but I still live. I like that. Maybe you put that in quotation marks. That's cool. It's clearly you saw the benefit of that emphasis as well. The reason I'm writing you today, friend, is to ask advice. I am at an impasse in my life. Since Father died, I have been overseeing the leftovers of his life, not least of all my siblings. The problem is that in a few months, my brother will stop receiving his stipend from Social Security. He gets it for being a minor, and he will not get a job. He has this idea he can jump into a great paying job with appropriate hours for socializing. Huh? At 18 years old. Sounds like a great job if you can get it. Well, I don't know where this job, see, that's what I'm talking about, you know, get out, and he was only 18, so he's just starting, but you know, that kind of an idea, unless it's something revolutionary that I've never heard of, that kind of idea is the type of idea that is typical of those who are protected and preserved from the realities of the world. And you clearly can see that. Well, I don't know where his job is, but I want it too. Yeah, you and me both. I say, what are your plans? Directed at the brother. Why don't you get this job over here? It's probably some reasonable job you're suggesting. He remains stubborn, so I say things like, everyone has to grind at a lame job every once in a while, or you're not going to be at McDonald's forever, it's just for money. I think I'll come back to that in a second. We're moving on to a new paragraph about the sister. My sister attends junior college, which I'm very proud of, and works 40 hours a week. We have been planning to get a place together when the lease is up, as my brother has expressed a desire to move into his own place. Problem solved. Problem solve with the little brother. I mean, he may suffer, but if he's going to be on his own in a mortgage place, as soon as Social Security dries up, he's going to figure out things fast. Encourage your brother, if you don't mind me extending my advice to that. Encourage your brother to get out on his own. In fact, and don't support him. Don't help that along. Clearly, his ideas are not based out of tragedy or some desperate necessity to get on his feet. He's got some grand scheme of making it through life without really having to work hard. So you got to help him in the world, relieve him of those ideas to a reasonable degree. Good. So I got a job driving freight, and I'm not home a lot anymore. But I decided to pay 80% of rent when we move in to ease her burden, so she can focus on more classes at a time. Good man. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, you really made me happy. The guys across the way are staring at me because I'm yelling. There's some fishermen that just walked past. You're my poster man. I almost said poster boy, but you ain't no boy. You're my poster man for 2013. I mean, you know, taking a job, blue-collar job, driving freight, helping your sister out as she gets through college, willing to take on the responsibility of a place of your own, and doing all this stuff. I haven't even finished the email, and I'm already so satisfied and confident of your capabilities. Whew, I wish you were my son. I don't have a son, so that doesn't mean I have to replace anything. It's just I have a daughter. If I had a son, I wish he was like you. I decided to pay 80% of the rent when we move in to ease her burden so she can focus on more classes at a time. I'm making man money, so I don't, man in quotation marks, money, so I don't care. Yes! You can be proud. Don't be, and it doesn't sound like this. This is really directed at anybody else who might hear it. I have no worries about you anymore. But to anybody else that's heard that, don't ever let that kind of stuff go to your head, and don't think that because you're the man of the house that you're the god of the realm. But you are making man money. You can be proud. There is no shame. You are doing it right by my book. Plus, I think it only right by my dad to make sure one of us attends college. Whew. It just gets better and better. Still a bit on the email here to finish. I'm sorry for writing so much, but what I'm asking, Kurt, is for your thoughts on what I can do for my brother, if anything. I'm sure hunger will motivate him to find work, but I can't help but think he'll miss out on the good experience of working in a kitchen or shoveling ground alongside day laborers, etc. I love the imagery. I am quite glad. I've done everything from wiping butts to counting traffic on the side of the road to manual labor, pulling stumps. I mean, all those things. I'm talking as one that's done those things. I'm quite glad my life has taken me to these places, but my brother recoils in disgust at the thought of even doing his own dishes. He doesn't want his hands to get dirty. Thank you, Kurt, if you have made it this far. I have made it this far with great glee and satisfaction. I wish the email would just keep on going, and I appreciate any advice you might have. Your friend Samuel. P.S. If you reply in video, feel free to relate what you want of this email. I live a hanging out in the breeze kind of life. If I had any secrets, they wouldn't leave my mind whatsoever. Not only are you a man of reality in the world, but you're a man of reason, a man of philosophy, a man of contemplation. You've got it all, friends. So I'm going to wash my hands of any worry about you, although I remain your friend and your confidant should you want to talk more about these things. I am absolutely confident that you will do just fine in life. Watch out for, the only thing I'm a little worried about is watch out for being overly protective of those who by rights don't require it. Children, the lame, the diseased, the incapacitated, people like that, the innocent of the world, deserve your attention. If you've got excess attention, it sounds like you're not going to have a lot of excess attention, because you're going to have yourself, your rent, your sister to take care of to a degree. You need to focus on those things. If you have extra attention, I would recommend, and this is just by way of expression, devote it to orphans in Calcutta. That is Much better. So let's than giving those worries too much to your brother, because your brother is not lame, incapacitated, destitute. Although if he becomes destitute, he has the capacity to get himself out of that. And everything that's going to come in the next couple of years, if he can get him out on his own, and he won't sink. But if he does sink, it's not your fault. I don't think he will. I think because whatever environment created you also formed him. He just might be a little bit off base, but he will sink if he continues to be coddled and protected from the realities of the world. So get him out there. Be very careful about what help you offer. You offer him all the support and brotherly love that you possibly can, and be there for him when he wants to talk. Tell him. Take him out for beers if he's working the blue collar job. Just like you are, and I may be soon. I have a college degree, and I've always worked in white collar jobs. But if I go back to the States, I may become a blue collar man, and there's no shame in that. I have no shame about that at all. Take him out to the blue collar bar, and pop a couple Budweisers back with the boys or the Coors or whatever, and initiate him into the club, the fraternity of manhood. Make him feel a part of that. Make him feel respectable and appreciated for doing something as seemingly humble but eminently dignified as taking charge of his own life, and eventually, hopefully, looking after his spouse in a cooperative way, together, and then ultimately his children, being the man of the house for his children. You've already gotten there. Your brother's going to get there. The only thing you need to do is let him go out on his own. Encourage him to go out on his own. Don't keep him at home. Don't do that unless there's something you haven't told me about this situation. Unless you've told me, like, for example, that he has some disability, that he's not actually capable of functioning as an adult, which I don't think that's the case. I think you would have said that. Get him out there on his own. My father, I'll leave you with one example. My father, when my brother and I became 21, I think that was the age he said. We were in our teens, or late teens, and he said, when you're 21, boys, you're out of the house. That's it. I'm not taking care of you anymore. I'm not even providing you money anymore. You're on your own. And he followed through on that, and in a loving way. And he cut me. And I wasn't finished with college. I got myself through college. I'm not bragging, but I did. Worked 2 jobs, got through. But my brother at one point got into kind of trouble, not real trouble, just financial trouble, and asked to come back to the house. And my dad said, no, you're a man now. Take care of it. And my brother took care of it, and he survived. And it was a little bit hard, but he got through it. Your brother will be okay as well. Watch it, take things from a case-by-case perspective, case-by-case basis. There's no absolutes are dangerous, so just take these as guiding principles. And you, Samuel, are my new best friend, man of the house example for 2013. I hope that I learn more. I'm going to put this video up. I'm going to spread this around. I want people to see this. I want young men and young women also to see this example. Young women out there, find men like this. Young women, be like this. And I think that this stuff goes to women as well. Women should be independent, capable, strong, and assertive, and able to do their thing. There's the femininity side, which I can't speak to, but I don't know what that's all about. But it's there. But try to do it. The guy's peeing in the water. You can see the guy over there being in the water. I just got him on film. Oh, sorry. No, that wasn't very good of me. We fall sometimes. I dropped on that, but I couldn't resist. That's just so. Anyway, sorry to end on this video on a pissy note. So I'll sign off now before someone takes a dump in the water. Okay, take care, everybody. Have a wonderful day, my friend. Take care, Samuel. Bye-bye.